Listen to this headline, folks. Analysis. Donald Trump and new housing rules delay Canada's growth takeoff. Don Pittis. So it's Donald Trump. The guy hasn't even fucking had any fucking. I mean, think about it before this whole election process. Like what the fuck would Trump have to do with fucking Canada's growth? Or nothing. I mean, so minuscule, so minor, so means nothing. But this just goes to show you. I mean, media propagandists. I mean, they don't even try to skirt the lines anymore or pretend to be unbiased. They're literally they've thrown the shackles off and are saying, "Fuck it, I'm just going to admit that I'm a fucking full-on collective bullshit fucking propagandist." And I'm just going to hope that if I espouse my bullshit enough, that enough Canadians will fall in line, get in line, and adhere to my fucking bullshit. Because to pretend that you're objective and having a headline article such as this. I mean, come on. Jesus. The Canadian people, I know there are a lot of them that are pretty indoctrinated and pretty pretty foolish with their ideologies when it comes to central planning and governments. But holy shit, this is stepping outside the bounds of even the normal insanity which represents political propagandists and media pundits. Bank of Canada says consumer debt risk down, but weak exports and a creaky housing market could slow recovery. Fuck you, Trump, you fucker. Hey, you're not going along with our being able to print money. What they're saying, what they're basically admitting is because Trump's challenging all the status quo narratives and bullshit propaganda, or central planning and forced subjugation, and be able to completely manipulate it. It's like, oh shit, if we get into the point where actually real market fundamentals actually get to play center stage, the gig's up, man. We don't like that shit, right? But once again, it's not that I even think that Trump's this, but whatever. Donald Trump gets blamed for everything. Ain't that the truth? Although Bank of Canada Governor Stephen Polas didn't mention the Republican presidential candidate by name, he clearly pointed to U.S. politician uncertainty, or pointed to U.S. political uncertainty as one of the reasons the Canadian economy won't do as well as he'd hoped. So once again, we always got to rely on the U.S. Can't Canada just... And you wonder why Canadians don't have any self-esteem, self-respect. That's the one thing that I've, as an adult now, and the more I think about it, that's the one thing, if you look at it, the historical precedent of all the countries that have done well economically, right, are the ones that even try to at least pretend that they're populist. It's usually done to trick them. But the countries that try to trick their populace into believing that they're great and they're exceptional in any way, shape, or form, they always do much better. So self-esteem and having dignity matters a whole lot. But the fact that Canada has always had to pretend that we're just the redheaded stepchild, right? Or that Canada is the black sheep of the family on the world stage, and the U.S., our southern neighbor, is our big brother that knows everything, is the wisest, most intellectually observant, economically prosperous, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, Canadians have always, what's someone else doing? And you wonder why Canadians are so sheepish? Because they're taught to think like sheeps. I mean, whether it was the old world where we were loyalists to the Queen, right? Or just like I said, the black sheep of the family, or the runt in the family compared to our U.S. counterparts, our southern neighbor. I mean, that tells you, that to me is a great social experience. It shows you if you don't give people proper self-respect and dignity and their ability to be free and live by their own wishes or whims, then yes, they're going to be easily subjected to the opinions or whims or bullshit narratives presented by them to what they perceive as their authority, or people that are wiser or smarter or more economically literate than they are. Canada, really, like I said, we're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. The rock and the hard place is our old world way of thinking through the British model, and too scared to challenge the narratives of our southern neighbors, or to challenge our willingness to be strong and independent like our southern neighbors. So sad. So yeah, I don't like it. Which is why, even though I am Canadian, I admit it, and this is the geographical landmass that I was born and raised in, I obviously I have so much more respect for Americans and their way of doing things than I do for Canada, because even though they have a lot of peaks and valleys compared to us, it's because they at least maintained or retained some semblance of independence, individuality, entrepreneurship, and striving for success. Whereas Canada, we're like, well, whatever we're told, we'll do, right? Yeah, fucking disgusting. Um, a decline in the Canadian housing market caused by new federal mortgage rules was another reason the bank has delayed a Canadian growth takeoff by 6 months. It has nothing to do with it. That came, they've been telling us for the longest time. Why do you think nobody's raising any rates? Why do you think the Bank of Canada has not raised rates in years and years and years? Because they know that if you do that, our economy's on such shaky ground you can't even raise the fucking interest rates to a quarter of a point. If that don't tell you something, I mean, that should speak volumes more than any rhetoric. I mean, rhetoric is rhetoric, but reality is, yeah, go ahead, try raising the interest rates just 1%. I mean, 1%. Think about what 1% is. 100%, right? Take away 99, that's only 1%. Just raise that by 1% and see what happens. That tells you that, well, that's the thing. That would be the straw that broke the camel's back. That would be the revelation that would show people that, yeah, see, people like myself have been telling you the truth all along. Your economy is completely reliant on the government's ability to set your plan, dictate and manipulate, and depreciate the value of your purchasing power by printing money like it's going out of style. That's the truth of the matter. Of course, Poloz was speaking before last night's presidential debate, but in his monetary policy report, the bank governor drew a dotted line from poorer than expected Canadian exports to low business investment in the U.S. to uncertainty over American politics. But it's all government, it's all central banks. But these fuckers don't want to point the fingers at themselves. Do you think someone like fucking Pittis or Stephen Bolas is ever going to get up and actually, you know what? It's all our fault. Everything that's gone wrong with the world and the economy and people's personal understandings regarding principles and philosophy, it's all our fault because we've completely twisted and distorted the proper narrative, we've distorted truth and reality to benefit us and those of our cohorts. Do you think anyone's going to do that? Of course they're not. So they're going to keep going on. They're going to keep propagating the bullshit. They're not going down without a fight, but in reality, they're still going down. And they're taking the rest of us with us. Most people seem to be willing to go down with the ship. Me, I jumped off it long ago. I'm out there in my fucking life raft. And yeah, there's only a few of us. But hey, we're surviving. The rest of you fuckers seem to be wanting to keep us. So stay on that ship. When you're looking around, you can all be, that's the thing. You're all on the same ship, even though it's like, oh, you look out in the water, it's like, oh, look, there's only a few fuckers out there on the life rafts. Look at those lonely bastards, right? Ha ha! We outnumber you to the tune of 10-1. But you fuckers are on the sinking ship. That should be the key distinction and difference is, yes, you fuckers outnumber people like me to the tune of at least 10-1. But you're on a sinking ship. I'm on a life raft, and I've got patches, CO2 cartridges, right? I'm going to make it. You fuckers, but because you got lots around you that'll be like, I'll pat your back as we're going down. Hey, let me play a fiddle for you, right? You're still all going down whether you like it or not. This is the insanity of collectivism. Right? The race to the bottom, as long as everybody's on the same boat and they're sinking at the same rate, they're all like, let's do it in solidarity, folks. Yeah, enjoy that shit. I'm going to fucking be over here like, eek. Glad I wasn't on that one. Have fun. Don't want to see you on the way down. I'm going to stay up here. That's just the truth of the matter. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.